Hello everyone, I had some technical difficulties here. But basically this is my game Battle vs. Buckeye installment number 3. I'll get this loaded up. Okay, in this particular game, everything had been going pretty much my way. Basically the Confederacy had really entrenched here in Bowling Green, kept Fort Henry, basically Island 10, and really, as you can see, he has forces, Buckeye, right here across the various rivers in the middle section. But basically, it all gone my way in that area. And out west, kind of a stalemate after the Union had captured Missouri about 6 months ago to a year ago. And then down here in the southwest, I'd say basically he's starting to overwhelm me. Of course, we all know that will happen if you don't devote much, and I hadn't. But other than that, things are pretty much empty. Okay, now I'll come to Virginia. What happened here was I'd moved into Harper's Ferry early in the game and basically contested it the entire game. And by accident, Buckeye had kicked me out. At the same time, he had moved down into the Shenandoah a little bit, into Winchester. It held Loudon, and basically I've kind of like been kind of stale here. I had noticed he was building troops, but I've been ignoring it. And then all of a sudden, a little bit of a flanking action right onto Richmond. At the same time, in one turn, I had moved one corps that was defending Richmond out. That was Jackson's corps. And he had just won 2 victories here in Williamsburg, but now he had basically surrounded me. Now I'm basically my pants down. He's caught me. I'm gone. So I thought, let's see what would happen if I put Jackson on evade, and let's move right into DC. Let's say heck with it. I've lost probably all of Virginia, and I will lose North Carolina, and probably the game because he's halfway there, right here, locked up in the mountains, and half my army is too. Anyway, let's see what happens when Jackson tries to seize DC here, and basically there is no threat to the Union owning this very, very rich supply source right here. Once he has his teeth into that, I'm pretty sure that's the end of the game for me. Some people might argue differently. I could have possibly dug in a little bit further west here, maybe Charlottesville, maybe across the Appomattox, historical, defensive last line, Petersburg. But I opted just to go, all the way, just see what I can do. I should also note that I've already moved my capital because he was inactive when he landed on Richmond. For some reason, the last turn he didn't assault it, which I expected to see. And you can see he's scoping out El Paso. He's moving troops out. I had a lot of partisans up in Virginia looking for the lost Grant Corps, which I never found. I wish I would have been looking a little harder. That might have given me 411 on what to do next. Now I'm kind of lost. Really, I think psychologically I was more beat at this point than I was actually beat on the field because his troops just appeared out of pretty much nowhere. And as you can see, Jackson's coming through Alexandria. I wish there was another way to get to Washington, D.C., but... Okay, come on, Jackson. Evade. Okay, and this is basically going to be a slaughterhouse. In my previous actual run of the turn, the entire corps got slaughtered or surrendered. And that's pretty unusual to happen. I guess it was my bad luck. Breached Richmond, so basically that won't take much for him to take that. Phil Kearney out in Missouri and Indian Territory. Sumner here, right south of Springfield, facing up Johnston. So far he hasn't engaged. Day 9. Basically Grant, McDowell, Milroy surrounding Richmond. Making sure there's nothing I can do, really. Yeah, 6,800 combat power versus 2,000. Mine on offense, his on defense. That's going to be a slaughter at the very, very best I can hope. If my men run. Come on, run! Run! Oh no! Jackson's going to get slaughtered like he did before. Oh! God, that's painful to watch. Oh! 25,000 men. Yeah. That's just... Look at that. That's just a crime. And